Diddy's former personal assistant, victim number 4, is testifying against Diddy. The government starts out by asking, "How do you wish to be identified?" Mia: "Don't show this exhibit." "What is it?" "My passport." "Show it for the jury only." Brian Steele chimes in and said, "I would like to see it too." The government says, "Where are you from?" "Virginia Beach, Virginia." "And who is this?" "Sean Combs." "What do you call him?" "Puff. I worked for him as a personal assistant. Then as the director of development and acquisitions for Revolt Films." "How was it working there?" "Puff's mood changed all the time." "Was he violent with you?" "Yes. He's thrown things at me. He's thrown me against the wall, into a pool, an ice bucket on my head, slammed my arms into the door, and he essayed me." "He essayed you more than once?" "More than once." "Did you want to be in the arts?" "Yes, this was before social media. I thought if I put my mattress on my car and drove to New York, I could do it. I went to work for Georgiana Chapman, red carpet dressing. And then, assistant to Mike Myers." "How did Mr. Combs hire you?" "I met with a recruiter, and then I met with HR and Tony Fletcher." "Did Mr. Combs interview you?" "Yes, at his apartment. He was on the phone, wearing his underwear. The HR lady left." "Did he put on clothes?" "Yes." "Did you get the job?" "Yes, I was excited." "How much did you expect to work?" "A lot, but I didn't fully understand." "How much were you paid?" $50,000. "What did you do on your first day?" HR told me I was on trial for 2 weeks. "Where did you start?" "His Alpine, New Jersey house. I was there all day." "Then where?" "Back to the office for a few more hours. Then I was told that Puff wanted me to come to the studio." "And how long were you there?" "Until 1 p.m. the next day." "Then where did you go?" "Puff's apartment, then home." "How fast did you have to return?" "I didn't take a nap. I didn't want to risk it." "How much did you sleep during the first 24 hours on the job?" "I didn't. I took it as a challenge." Then there had been a TV show for a few years before I called, "I Want to Work for Diddy." It was like that. "How did you deal with the lack of sleep?" "When I was young, I'd tell myself, you can sleep at 3 p.m. "How long did you stay up once?" 5 days. I take Adderall, extended release. I could quasi-function and stay awake." "When did you go to sleep?" "My hearing went and my equilibrium was off. Blurred vision, lights weren't there. I cried." "Were you then told that you could sleep?" "Yes." "By whom?" "Puff." "Why did you stay awake that long?" "I was working." I'm introducing exhibits. These exhibits are under seal, and then Diddy's lawyer wants to object, and the judge said admitted under seal. "Mia, what is this?" "A list of my responsibilities that I sent to Tory Fletcher on November 10, 2011. Puff said, "I don't know what you do all day." "Let's focus on a few things in this document. Please read this, Mia." "All of PD's social media presence." "Who is PD?" "Sean Combs, Puff Daddy." I wrote, "Main liaison between P. Diddy and Hollywood." "Did you do that?" "BlackBerry 24/7. I then wrote, "Anticipated his moods." "Why was that important?" "It dictated the day." You wrote, "Every day is different," and that he could ask you to crack his knuckles or do his taxes. "Did you have an apartment?" "Yes, in New York City." "Were you there much?" "No. My roommates joked that they lived with a ghost." "In LA, where did you stay?" "In the staff house and then in Puff's house at 9933 Beverly Grove, then at 9374 Beverly Crest Drive, and then 200 South Mapleton." "In Miami?" "Two-Star Island." "Did you leave?" "Only with Puff's permission. Once I left at 2 a.m. after he fell asleep and I got in big trouble." "What happened?" "Security called me saying that he was sending them to find me. It was his first LA house in 2009 or 2010. "Were you allowed to lock your bedroom door?" "No, he said, 'It's my house. No one locks my doors in my house.' So it really wasn't my room." "Did security get to lock their doors?" "Yes. One had a deadbolt. Another had a keypad." "I was told that they were actively hiring other assistants." "How long did Malcolm stay, the assistant who was there when you started?" 7 or 8 months. "Were you the only one then?" "Yeah, for like a year." "How did you feel?" "I didn't have time to feel. It was insane. Puff gave me a pep talk. It was like we were a team. He said, 'I need a second brain.'" "Did he hire more?" Yes, eventually, but I felt like I was still responsible. You got punished? In various ways, getting cursed out, my intelligence insulted, and my job threatened. Who did these things? Puff. Who is this? George Kaplan. He was another personal assistant for Puff after me. What was Revolt Films? Puff and I started it together. Were you still performing personal assistant duties? Yes. How much did you get paid? $70,000 and then $100,000. There were supposed to be bonuses. Did you get them? No. Who is this? Cassie Ventura. How do you know her? From working with Puff. We became close friends. Still today? Yes. How was their relationship? Highs and lows, unequal. Was there violence in their relationship? Yes. We will get back to that. What was Mr. Combs' role with respect to her career? He decided on everything. Shows, the look. What is this? A mail from Cass to Puff and others. When did she send it? It was 4 a.m. It says 7 a.m., but we were in California. It was one of their hotel nights. What did she write? She was canceling, apologizing to Interscope and others. Did Mr. Combs respond? Please read. Cass wrote, tell me about Stephen Hill. What did she mean? Do you think? Stephen Hill of BET. Cass wrote, no support, no show. Why did you forward this to Tony Fletcher? I had to keep her informed. She was in charge of booking hotels. Did you ever see Mr. Combs on a movie set? Yes. Everyone would be very nervous. He would insert himself. What was his role with respect to Cassie's appearance? He was in charge of it. Did you have exposure to Cassie's finances? Yes. How? I learned the company paid her credit cards and that the places where she lives were under his company names and her cars. Did he take things away? Yes, cars, jewelry, support, if he couldn't get her on the phone. He kept tabs on her through me. Was it part of your job to spend time with Cassie? Yes, I had to do whatever Puff told me to do. Could you go where you wanted? No, we had to be where Puff told us we could be. And if not, something very scary. The punishment was unpredictable, but terrifying. We'll talk more about that as we get through your testimony. How would Mr. Combs communicate with Miss Ventura? Sometimes through me. Did you see violence? What kind? I saw a lot of the aftermath and the injuries that she had. I've seen him attack her and throw her to the ground. I've seen him crack her head open. I've seen him chase her, things like that. Did she fight back? No. What did you hear and see? Suitcases being thrown in the foyer. Did you see Cassie after that? She was outside crying in a bush. She looked terrified. She gestured, I'm hiding, I'm not here. What did you do? Retreated. Did you tell anyone? I think the chef was in the kitchen. What did the chef say to you? And then Diddy's team yells, objection, and the judge sustained. What happened in Cassie's apartment? We were there, me and Cass and Dante Nash. What were you doing? Helping her pack for a big trip to London. Puff came banging on the door, very irate. How did he get in? A key from the front desk. What was Mr. Combs asking Cassie? He said, have you been drinking or something? She hadn't answered his calls. And what did Mr. Combs do? He came after me and Dante screaming, has she been drinking? He was crazy aggressive and then he attacked her. What did you do? Dante is very small in comparison to Puff. There was a little tornado going on. He had Dante in a position where I was scared that he was going to off him. So I jumped on Puff and he threw me off against the wall. I felt like I was in slow motion. I realized that we were in big danger. He ran into the bedroom and grabbed Cassie. Under her bed is a wooden bed platform, and he slammed her head into the corner. What injuries did Cassie get? Her head was gushing. What did Mr. Combs do? He got into protector or survival mode, and he said, call the doctor, so-and-so. Tell them Cass was drunk and she hit her head. Why did you do it? Puff said so. His eyes were black. It was like he was completely looking through me. He was completely, and the judge said, let's get to the next question. Did you see Mr. Combs take substances? Yes. When he was high, how did he appear? Sometimes the life of the party or hyper. The government shows another exhibit and says, where is this? Ibiza or Burning Man or music conferences. When he smashed her head, did he seem high? No. Did you go to Prince's party? Yes. What happened the night before? A big award ceremony, a suite in Beverly Hills. He told me to stay with Cassie, that he was going to be at his house with the kids, but then I heard about Prince's party. What did you do? Cass and I debated like little kids if we should sneak out of the house and go to Prince's party. Prince performed on a little table, and then I saw Puff come in with this bucket hat. We locked eyes. I thought, oh crap, and Cass just booked it. Where did you go? Across the street. There were woods or bushes, but Puff caught Cass and had her on the ground. Puff started to attack her, but Prince's security quickly intervened. And later, I went to another hotel. The next day, HR told Puff he was suspending me without pay. Did she say why? That Puff said I was being insubordinate. Mia, you were speaking about violence between Mr. Combs and Cassie. Have you traveled to Turks and Caicos? Yes, to Parrot Key twice in 2012. Me, Puff, and Cass. What happened? I was sleeping in my bedroom and I was woken up. Cass ran in saying, you gotta help me. He's gonna off me. What did you do? We started pushing the furniture in front of the door to try to block it. Puff was banging and screaming. I had a porch that went out to the beach and we ran. What do you remember about running? I remember being amazed that even while running fast, we could be attacked by bugs. Did you run another time? I have another visual of where we were hiding, trying to escape like 2 separate times. We got onto paddle boards and we went out on the water. Puff was on the beach screaming at us. It was flat and we went out far. Puff was getting smaller and smaller on the beach and the sky got dark and we went back. Did you ever call the police? No. Why not? I believe Puff's authority was above the police. This was before social media and Me Too. There was no examples of people standing up. I thought that it was under a confidentiality deal with Puffy's business. What's this? A photo of Cass eating a hot dog at the premiere of her movie The Perfect Match. She has bruising under her makeup. I took this photo. Any other injuries covered up on the red carpet? Yes, at Cannes Film Festival. What injuries did you see? A busted lip. She was injured. Where were you? In her hotel with Larry Sims, her hairstylist. Did you learn how she got the injuries? Cass had an audio recording of Puff attacking her. How did Cassie sound on the audio recording? I heard the sound of someone getting hit. Did you ever go to the events? The premiere of Brad Pitt's movie, Killing Them Softly. What happened at the premiere? Puff was digging his nails into her arm, talking low. What would Mr. Combs ask you to do? Take care of her. I'd bring in arnica gel. For what? For the bruises. Let's turn to December 22nd of 2011. At Puff's house, the mood was darker than normal. This was more like Puff was upset. What did he tell him? Cass had been talking to somebody else. Who? Kid Cudi. How was he? He seemed heartbroken. It was ominous. I'd never witnessed Cass do something to really cause him to be upset. I felt something bad would happen. Did you see her then? In a black car with Capricorn Clark. Did you reach out to anyone? Yes, to D-Rock. What is this? My emails to D-Rock. Read these messages. I wrote to D-Rock, I'm worried about P. This feels different. Hit this email when you get it. Love you. Were you romantically involved with D-Rock? Definitely not. That's just how we talked. Let's talk about the hotel nights. What was your role? I would sometimes take them there. Unpack, set up. I would have to just be like on call essentially, and then clean up before housekeeping. What would you bring? His lotion and potions. Astroglide and candles, some of them cheap Glade candles without the labels on them. They had to be white. What else would you bring to the hotel? Anything he forgot at the house, food, money. How much? A lot, like thousands of dollars. Do you remember seeing Cassie? At the London Hotel in New York, I brought something to the room. Cass opened the door. She was wearing a bright blue wig. How did she appear? Like she was struggling. I asked, are you good? And she closed the door. Who told you to clean the rooms? Puff in the office. It was standard to sweep the room so no housekeepers could sell something to TMZ. How were the rooms? Destroyed. Candle wax everywhere. I've seen broken glass, sometimes blood, and oil on the walls. What would Mr. Combs tell you about the blood? That it was pea blood. What happened in Cassie's car in LA? Cass got a call and then told me he wants me to do a hotel night. I don't want to. She got sick. After the hotel night, man down. What did that mean? That they stay in the room sleeping and only be up to eat. Did you do substances before you worked for Mr. Combs? No. And after? Yes, MDMA. Puff gave it to me. He said that I was now part of the Breakfast Club. What did he mean? Like the cool club. He said his MDMA was pure. I felt like I was now a friend hanging out and I could enjoy myself. Did you take K? Yes, at Burning Man. We were partying on a tour bus. We had the blackout shades down. Substances on plates. I tried to say no. What happened? Puff wouldn't let it go. It turned a little more serious, that I was going to mess up the whole vibe. I tried to fake take it. He got close to my face and humiliated me. How? Separated out a dose and made me snort it. I didn't want to fall into the K-hole. I'd seen a person, and it looked like an exorcism. Did you want to take the K? No. The government asked, did he talk about jobs for you? Yes, before Revolt Films, he talked about other companies. I told him I wanted to create and develop TV shows, especially comedy. He said that's what he wanted to do too, and then he'd take away my credits. What did he throw at you? A bowl of spaghetti, turkey meat, a computer, a phone? Let's talk about the spaghetti. What did he tell you to do? To go get people, but I needed to change my tampon. He yelled, yo girl, I said do it now. There was blood dripping down my leg. I said I have to go change my tampon. What did Mr. Combs do? He threw his bowl of spaghetti at me and then said, get the F out of my house. He chased me out. I was barefoot. I hid in a bush and then to a hotel. What did HR tell you? That I was going to be suspended without pay. That's what Puff wanted. Where were you when he threw a computer at you? In a trailer. Swiss Beats was there. The window was broken. I went to look into it. I came back and said that they're working on it. What did Mr. Combs do? I said I should talk to Bill Gates if I had to. Then he threw his computer at my head, hard. It just missed me. I ran and hid behind a luggage van. How did you feel? I wondered what did I do to make him like this to me? Did he hurt you? In Turks and Caicos at the Revolt offices. Where were you at Turks? In a hammock by my room. Puff dumped a bucket of ice on me, screaming. Then Puff took my phone, and I didn't want him to see it. The team, we'd message about his moods. I didn't want him to see it, so I jumped on his back. What did he do? He threw me back into the pool. At Revolt TV, he was using my phone, and I didn't want him to see my messages. Maybe I called him an a-hole. I tried to get my phone back, and he ran into the bathroom and then slammed the door on my arm repeatedly. Did you have any injuries? Bruises. Did you see him later? At the studio, he told me he sent all of my compromising photos to his phone, in case I had stuff on him, kind of like a bullying joke. How did you take it? I had no photos, so I knew he was lying. What are these? My emails with Tony and Shannon. I said Puff took my iPhone. I don't know when I'll get it back. Tony asked what happened. I said definitely an in-person story. Why? I wouldn't put violence in writing. The essays, when did they occur? When I was working for Puff. Where was the first time? The Plaza Hotel in New York for Puff's 40th birthday. Were you his personal assistant at the time? Yes, I had only been there a few months. What rooms did Mr. Combs rent out? The penthouse. Party guests and celebrities were there. What did Mr. Combs do? He asked to speak with me in the kitchen. What did he do? He had everyone else clear the room. What did he say? That we were going to be working closer together. He poured us 2 shots of vodka each for his birthday. What did you do with the shot? I took them. They hit me hard. Usually I could take it easily. My eyes couldn't focus. His face was closed and he put his arm up on the side of my dress. Then he kissed me. Did you want him to? No. Were you able to say no? I was shocked. I froze. I didn't process what was happening. I brought the bags in and he asked me to pull up something on his computer. He came and sat next to me. He leaned over me as if he was putting his face in the computer, like in an uncomfortable way. How did you feel? I pretended I had to go to the bathroom. When was the next time Mr. Combs essayed you? The Beverly Grove house. I was asleep on the bottom bunk. I wasn't allowed to lock the door. I woke up and there was a weight of a person on top of me. Who? Puff. It was so fast. He used one hand to get his pants undone and he put himself inside of me. You mean he put his inside of you? I just froze. How did you feel? Terrified, confused, ashamed, and scared. How long did it last? It was very quick. But it felt like forever. He wouldn't leave a job unfinished. Is that when it would end? Yes. The next time, the Beverly Crest house. I was on his bedroom closet floor putting things in a bag, and then Puff was in the closet. How long did it last? It was very fast. Were there any other essays? Yes, I have a dark feeling. One time we were flying on a private jet. Everyone was asleep. By the bathroom there was a bed. I went by and he was just standing right there. I tried to make it about other people who might see or might hear, and it didn't work. How did you feel? Helpless. I had lost some layer of protection. I wasn't safe. I was terrified. Do you remember what happened? No. Was Cassie ever there? No. Did you ever want to have these acts with Mr. Combs? No. Did you ever tell him no? I couldn't tell him no about a sandwich or anything. Then he would know that I thought that he was doing something wrong. I didn't want to lose everything that I worked so hard for. This was the only world I had anymore. What would happen to your job? I would never work in that industry again. And physically, that I'd be attacked. I didn't want to pass away. He threatened that he would tell Cassie that I had something to do with it. How did you feel? Desperate and trapped. It was a scary situation. I would have done anything. It was my fault. Did you tell anyone? No. I was going to go to my grave with this. I would be humiliated, never work again. And who would do these things? Pup and all his people. This was way before social media and Me Too. There was this confidentiality. Did others speak up? Kayla Faulkner. How did you hear? I heard that there was an urgent call among film people. What did you hear? Lay some context. Who was on the call? HRC, suite executives. And what were you told? If she'd sue, I'd have to testify. I was supposed to say that she was drinking and punch me, and that's why she was fired. Was that why? No, it's because she complained. When else were you told that you would have to testify? After Capricorn Clark. Did you have to testify? No. Why didn't you go to the police about Mr. Combs harassing you? I didn't even consider it. Did you have experience with police? Yes, I was speeding and hadn't had the time to get my license renewed. It was the only time I name dropped. I told her who I worked for and she said, get him on the phone. I did and she laughed. Oh, Puff Daddy, I love you. Did you get a ticket? No. Why didn't you tell us first about the essays? It was the most shameful thing in my life. Did you get a lawyer for this testimony? Yes. Did you speak about these essays before or after you got a lawyer? After. Do you want to be talking about these essays? No, it's traumatizing. Why are you here today? The judge said that you already asked her this question, and this is where they stop for the day. This is the end of Mia's full testimony against Diddy, and tomorrow she'll be on cross-examination. So y'all let me know what you guys think about all this in the comments.